Welcome back, MVP Road Car. Today we're diving into a full, in-depth review of the 2026 Corvette Stingray C8, a car that continues to push the boundaries of American performance while keeping that unmistakable Corvette character alive. This script will walk through the exterior, interior, performance, and pricing with the kind of detail your viewers expect, all wrapped into a natural, flowing narrative perfect for a voiceover. The moment you walk up to the 2026 Corvette Stingray C8, you immediately feel the design evolution, even if the foundation is familiar. Chevrolet didn't reinvent the silhouette, but they sharpened it. The front fascia now sits lower and tighter, with more sculpted air. Intakes that not only add aggression, but actually direct more air into the side-mounted radiators. The LED headlights get a subtle redesign, slimmer, brighter, and with new daytime, running light signatures that make the car instantly recognizable, even before the engine note hits your ears. The front end still carries that unmistakable wedge-like profile, but everything is more refined, less muscle, more precision. Walking along the side, the mid-engine proportions remain the star. You see the long, sweeping roofline diving into a dramatic rear haunch, the sculpted bodywork feeding air into massive side intakes that have also been reshaped for the 2026 model. Chevrolet uses new aero channels integrated into the rocker panels, subtly guiding airflow around the body without the need for overly dramatic fins or add-ons. And if your viewers are wondering about wheels, yes, the new model comes with redesigned forged lightweight alloys, with options that push as large as 20 inches in the front and 21 in the rear. They manage to look elegant and aggressive at the same time, something not every performance car gets right. At the rear, the 2026 Stingray C8 showcases its biggest visual updates. The quad exhausts have been relocated slightly outward to enhance symmetry, and the diffuser has grown larger and more functional. The taillights receive a sharper, more angular LED pattern that looks almost concept car level at night. The rear spoiler remains a low-profile option on the base Stingray, but now it integrates active aero elements that adjust depending on your speed, throttle input, and driving mode. Every inch of the back end has been designed to extract more downforce and stability without detracting from the Corvette's iconic design language. Step inside and the transformation becomes even more noticeable. Chevrolet has focused heavily on enhancing the premium feel without abandoning the cockpit-like layout drivers already love. The 2026 Stingray C8 interior wraps around you with a blend of high-quality materials, soft leather, microfiber suede, and optional carbon fiber trim pieces. The driver remains the priority here. The squared-off steering wheel continues, but with improved tactile switches and slightly reshaped grips for long-distance comfort. The digital gauge cluster gains sharper graphics and deeper customization, including new track telemetry overlays and performance timers. The center console still rises sharply to separate the driver from the passenger, creating that fighter jet vibe, but the long row of climate buttons has been condensed into a cleaner, more intuitive interface. The infotainment screen grows in size, now offering even faster response times and improved voice recognition. It supports wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a new built-in AI assistant that can adjust climate, navigate, or change drive settings with simple commands. Seating comfort has improved too. The GT1 and GT2 seats feature redesigned cushioning and bolstering, making them more accommodating for daily use without compromising the support needed during aggressive driving. The competition sports seats are still available for track-focused drivers, but they now offer better breathability and slightly more padding, addressing complaints from previous models. Storage remains modest, no surprise in a mid-engine sports car, but the front and rear trunks still provide enough room for a weekend getaway, keeping the Stingray practical by exotic car standards. Now let's talk performance, because this is where the Stingray C8 continues to shine. The 2026 model sticks with the naturally aspirated 6.4-liter LT2 V8, but refinements to intake flow, cooling, and ECU mapping give it a small but meaningful bump in output. Expect horsepower around the mid-500 range, and torque that comes on earlier and more consistently through the rev band. The car still uses the lightning-fast 8-speed dual-clutch transmission, but software improvements create smoother shifts in tour mode and even quicker, more aggressive transitions in track mode. Acceleration remains fierce, 0 to 60 times dip a hair lower than previous models, putting it comfortably in the low 3-second range depending on how the car is optioned. What makes the 2026 Stingray C8 special, though, is the refinement. Chevrolet has managed to make the car feel more predictable and controllable during high-speed cornering. Updated magnetic ride control dampers react faster and more precisely to changing road conditions, and this is immediately noticeable. When you push the car on twisty roads or track surfaces, the balance remains nearly perfect thanks to the mid-engine layout, and the steering gains a more natural weight and feedback profile that helps build confidence as you approach the limits. Braking performance also improves thanks to a recalibrated ABS system and optional carbon ceramic rotors that dissipate heat far more efficiently. This means longer track sessions with less fade and more consistency lap after lap. Even everyday driving benefits from these improvements, with smoother pedal feel and quieter operation around town. For those wondering about fuel efficiency, the improvements in aerodynamics and engine tuning do offer slight gains. But let's be honest, no one buys a Corvette Stingray for its miles per gallon rating. Still, it's respectable for a V8-powered mid-engine sports car, making it surprisingly livable as a daily driver option. As for pricing, Chevrolet manages to keep the Stingray C8 within reach of more buyers compared to many European competitors. The 2026 model starts at a price point that remains in the upper $60K to low $70K range, depending on options and packages. Considering the level of engineering, performance, and design you're getting, it continues to be one of the most impressive performance value propositions on the market. Optional packages such as the Z51 Performance Package, upgraded wheels, premium interior materials, and advanced driver assistance features can push the price into the mid-80K or higher range. But even fully loaded, the Stingray undercuts many rivals by tens of thousands of dollars. And that value is exactly why the Corvette continues to hold such a strong fan base. The 2026 Stingray C8 doesn't try to mimic European supercars. Instead, it delivers its own unique identity, bold, unapologetic, yet refined in all the right places. It's the kind of car that turns heads not because it's trying too hard, but because it finally embraces its role as an American exotic without losing the practicality, accessibility, and daily usability that Corvette owners love. Whether you're a hardcore performance enthusiast or someone looking for a weekend thrill machine, the 2026 C8 checks all the boxes. It's sharper, smarter, better equipped, and more capable than ever before. And while future variants like the Z06 or ZR1 will undoubtedly push performance even further, the Stingray remains the heart of the Corvette lineup, a perfect bridge between everyday driving and serious performance. If you enjoyed this deep dive review and want more detailed breakdowns of upcoming performance cars, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and let me know in the comments what vehicle you want covered next. This has been MVP Road Car, and I'll catch you in the next drive.